Hello friends, in this video you will learn about volatility malware analysis tool. But before we start this video, don't forget to like, share and subscribe to this channel. So let's start. Hello friends, in this video we will learn about volatility tool which is used for memory analysis. So first of all you will have to install this volatility tool on your Kali Linux machine. For this purpose, just visit volatilityfoundation.org website and download this Linux standalone executable. I have already downloaded it into my downloads folder. Then all you have to do is right click and extract here. I have extracted this folder here, and this is the executable file which we will use to run volatility. So just go to your volatility directory. So this is the executable file. The next step is we need a memory sample for analysis. Just go to Volatility Foundation free memory samples, which is located on a GitHub website, and download this Crydex malware sample. So we will use this memory sample for our for this video. So in order to run this executable, just add / in front of this executable file. First of all, let's examine what are the available options in volatility. We can check those available options by -h. So as you can see, these are the available parameters we can use for malware analysis. So we will use this -- profile parameter. And let's analyze these memory sample. Then you will get to learn more how we can use these different parameters to analyze a memory dump. So /vol -f is used to mention the file name. So my file name is crydex.vman, which is located in the downloads folder. So I will give its path. Now we have to extract some information. We will have to extract some information from this Crydex memory dump. For this purpose, we will use a plugin called image info. Now press enter. This plugin will give us all the required information about this Crydex memory dump. It takes some time. You will have to wait until it gives us the required information. So as you can see, this image info plugin has given us the suggested profiles for this Crydex memory dump. So this is the first choice. These are the suggested profiles, so we will use the first one. So just copy this Now we will use dash dash profile plugin. Now in order to check the running processes, we will use this ps list plugin. You can find out more information about this ps list plugin here. This is used to print all running processes by following the e-process lists. So we will use this plugin. Now press enter. So this plugin has displayed all the running processes at the time of capturing the memory dump from the RAM. Now we will examine these processes one by one. If any process looks suspicious, we will pay attention to that particular process. So as you can see, this reader sl.exe looks suspicious. This alg.exe also looks suspicious, and this explorer.exe looks suspicious. So we will further examine these processes by running command pstree, which displays all these running processes in a parent and child process form. So as you can see, this ALG is a child process of this system process, so its possibility of being a malicious program is ruled out. Now this if you look carefully, this reader sl.exe is a child process of this explorer.exe process. So this we will focus our attention towards this reader sl.exe program. Now we will further analyze these processes. We will examine if these two particular processes are trying to hide something from us. For this purpose, we will use command psxview. You can find more information about it here, which is find hidden processes with various process listings. So we will use this plugin. Press enter. Now as you can see here, in the ps list column and ps scan column, all these processes are true, which means none of these processes are trying to hide themselves. So what next? Now we will use next plugin we are going to use is cmd line, which gives us information about the commands being run on the cmd drive. Cmd line displays process command line arguments. So we will use it to find out what commands, which process is running commands on the which process is running commands on the system. So as you can see, this reader sl.exe has a process ID of 1640, and it has run some commands from the command line. So now the next step we are going to use is we will use this the memory dump of this dump -p, then 1640 is the process ID of this process, and then we will use dump -1. This mem dump You can find more information about it here. Dump the addressable memories for a process. So we will use this memdump plugin, and this dash p is used to mention the PID, and this dump dir is used to mention the directory where we want to dump that process. So we will use it in the present directory. That is why I have used a dot here. Now press enter. So as you can see here, this is the process dump for this PID 1640. Now next step will be to find out if there are any established connections. For this purpose we will use conscan plugin. Conscan plugin is used to pull scanner for TCP connections. So we will use this plugin. As you can see, there are two TCP connections. This 41.168.5.140.88. You can use another plugin which is called sockets. So as guys see this 1484 is using TCP connection. Now we will find out the remote address. For this purpose we will use a string command. Strings, and the name of the dump is 1640.dmp, and use a pipe and then grep and try to find out if this process dump is using this IP address is mentioned in this 1640 process ID. So we will copy this. Let's press enter. So as you can see, we have established a connection between this process 1640 and this IP address. So if we use -c parameter to see the previous 5 and the later 5 commands, then you can see that this is the HTTP header of this command, which this process is using to communicate with this IP address. So we have found out that this process with the PID of 1640 is communicating with this IP address. So now next step is we will examine this 1640 exe file. For this purpose we will use procdump plugin dash PID 1640 dash dash dump dash dir, which is present working directory presenter. As you can see, we have extracted the executable from the process. You can see here. Now all we have to do is go to this VirusTotal website and upload that file here, which is this executable .1640.exe. Let's open it to find out if it is malicious or not. So as you can see, 29 security vendors flagged this file as malicious. So we have confirmed that it is a malicious file. So this is how you can use this volatility tool to find out malicious processes running on your system. Now we can also further analyze this memory dump for finding which process is causing this, which program is behind this malicious program. So for this purpose we will analyze the registry keys. So you can see the registry by this plugin by Hive list. You can find more information about it here. Print list of registry hives. So we can use this plugin here, Hive list presenter. So these are the registry keys. Since any malicious program will try to start itself without any user interaction, so as soon as you turn on the system, the malicious program will also start running. For this purpose, it will have to enter in the registry. It will have to make some changes in the registry. So in order to find out the programs list which automatically starts on when we turn on a system, we will use plugin called print key dash capital K for mentioning the address of the registry, which is software/Microsoft/Windows/current version/run. So these are the programs which automatically starts when we turn on the system. So if you look carefully here, this is the suspicious executable program which automatically starts when we turn on the system. So we will try to find out if this program is malicious and it is related to that suspicious program having PID 1640. So how can we do that? We will just copy it and again use the string command. Strings, then 1640.dmp, then grep, and just copy paste it and press enter. So as you can see, this 1640, the process having PID 1640 is run by this executable. So now we can go to this location and delete this malicious exe file in order to remove this malicious program from our system. This is how you can use this volatility Kali Linux tool to find out malicious programs running on your system. I hope you must have got something to learn from this video. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel and like this video. I will keep posting more such videos for you to increase your knowledge. See you in the next video. Thanks for watching this video.